YAHUAH'S breath. Never become so thirsty that you drink from every cup presented to you. That's how you get poisoned. This statement is very profound. It's speaking of if you're drinking of the world, what they present to you, and if you're taking in also what is from the Father, Yahuwah, you can't mix the two. You can't be in the world and be with the Father Yahuwah. You can't love the world and think that you're actually showing love to the Father Yahuwah. When you're saying all the names, including the name of the Father Yahuwah, you're actually on the fence and you are lukewarm. Revelation 3:15-16. I know your works, that you are neither cold nor hot. I would that you were cold or hot. So because you are lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I am going to vomit you out of my mouth. Revelation 3:15-16. That's how the Father feels about when you are lukewarm, that you're not choosing Him or choosing the other. Because He could actually bring you out of when you go in the opposite quicker than if you're lukewarm, thinking that you're doing everything. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 9. Do not be borne about by various and strange teachings, for it is good for the heart to be established by favor, not with foods which have not profited those who have been occupied with them. Hebrews 13, verse 9. So when you take on the doctrines of men and you're taking in the truth of the Father Yahuwah, those things are like oil and water. They separate. You can't have the truth with the negative, with the lies. You have to have truth or nothing at all. Matthew 15, verses 1-11. Then there came to YAHUSHA scribes and Prushim from Yerushalayim, saying, Why do your Talmudim transgress the tradition of the elders? For they do not wash their hands when they eat bread. But he, answering, said to them, Why do you also transgress the command of Yahuwah because of your tradition? For Yahuwah has commanded, saying, Respect your father and your mother, and he who curses father or mother, let him be put to death. But you say, Whoever says to his father or mother, Whatever profit you might have received from me has been dedicated, is certainly released from respecting his father or mother. So you have nullified the command of Yahuwah by your tradition. Hypocrites, Yeshayahu rightly prophesied about you, saying, This people draw near to me with their mouth, and respect me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain they do worship me, teaching as teachings the commands of men, and calling the throng near. He said to them, Hear and understand. Not that which goes into the mouth defiles the man, but that which comes out of the mouth, this defiles the man. Matthew 15, 1-11. Yeshayahu, Isaiah chapter 29, verse 11 to 14. And the entire vision is to you like the words of a book that is sealed, which men give to one who knows books, saying, "Read this, please." And he said, "I am unable, for it is sealed." And the book is given to one who does not know books, saying, "Read this, please." And he said, "I have not known books." And Yahuwah says, "Because this people has drawn near with its mouth and with its lips, they have esteemed me, and it has kept its heart far from me, and their fear of me has become a command of men that is taught. Therefore, see, I am again doing a marvelous work among this people, a marvelous work and wonder, and the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their clever men shall be hidden." Yeshayahu Isaiah chapter 29 verse 11 to 14. YAHUSHA Ezekiel chapter 33 verse 29 through 33. And they shall know that I am Yahuwah, when I have made the land a desert and a waste because of all their abominations which they have done. As for you, son of man, the children of your people are talking about you beside the walls and in the doors of the houses, and they speak to each other, each saying to his brother, "Please come and hear what the word is that comes from Yahuwah." And they come to you as people do, and they sit before you as my people, and they hear your words, but they do not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, their hearts pursue their greedy gain, and see, you are to them as a very lovely song of one who has a pleasant voice and playing well on an instrument, and they hear your words, but they do not do them. And when it comes, see, it shall come. Then they shall know that a prophet has been in their midst. YAHUSHA Ezekiel chapter 33 verse 29 to 33. Mark chapter 7 5 till 9. Then the Prushim and scribes asked him, "Why do your Talmudim not walk according to the tradition of the elders, but eat bread with unwashed hands?" And he answering said to them, "Well, did Yeshayahu prophesy concerning you, hypocrites? As it has been written, this people respect me with their lips, but their heart is far from me, and in vain do they worship me, teaching as teachings the commands of men, forsaking the command of Yahuwah, in order to guard your tradition." Mark 7 5 till 9. Now do you see that a lot of things that are said out there are traditions of men versus the will of the Father Yahuwah? And we should never do traditions of men. That is, that day on 12/25, that day on 10/31, that day that is the fourth Thursday of the month, that day that is filled with hearts, all of these days, and that day that they hide Easter eggs. So You need to change your ways and come back to the Father Yahuwah and just do what He does, not do what the world does. Don't let anybody come and take away what you were given by the Father Yahuwah. Because what you are given is different than what the next person is given, and that person is different than what you were given. And so on and so forth. Each person has their own walk. Just because they don't understand what you say doesn't mean that it's wrong. It doesn't mean that you're right. You have to go with the Ruach HaKodesh. So if the Ruach is with you, then you're good to go. But if it's not, then it's a false teaching